I'm so glad we have boys.
I'm just saying, if she was anything like I was as a 12-year-old, she was probably like, what are we going to do?
Oh, God.
So, I don't know.
We dodged a bullet on that one, huh?
Well, you got me. You're welcome.
That's true. I didn't dodge all of them.
Fuck off.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ranting Podcast. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Miranda.
Hello.
She's going into this episode completely blind and doesn't know what any of the topics are. Now, I'm feeling a little creative today.
Ooh.
So I made a new segment called Choose Your Hill.
Choose my hill.
Choose
like
your
to
hill.
die on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every opinion has a hill worth defending. In Choose Your Hill, we take a classic debate and we each pick and defend our hill. No fence sitting, no it depends, just raw, unfiltered opinions over life's biggest and sometimes most ridiculous debates. There will be 4 debates, with each one ending with a summit question before moving on to the next debate. And not only do we want to hear what hill our ranters would choose and defend, but they'll actually be the tiebreaker if we're split.
Oh.
Yep. So more people you have on your hill in the comments, the bigger your hill gets.
Okay.
Got it?
All right. Ooh.
But before we get into that,
Okay.
it's time for our first Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My 12-Year-Old Daughter She Did Nothing Wrong by Inviting Another Friend when the first friend didn't respond? Yesterday, I told my 12-year-old daughter I'd be happy to take her and a friend to a water park today. She had a free Bring a Friend pass, and she initially invited her friend A. Around 9 p.m., A told my daughter she couldn't go after all. I told my daughter that if she wanted to invite someone else, that was fine. My daughter texted friend B to see if she wanted to go. When B didn't respond after 10 minutes, my daughter tried calling her. Still no response. About 20 minutes after the original text, she invited friend C instead. C immediately said yes, so the plans were set. At about 10:30 p.m., B finally responded saying she wanted to go. My daughter told her she was sorry, but someone else had already taken the spot. B replied, okay, no problem. And my daughter said she was sorry and that she hoped they could hang out soon. They also spoke by phone, and my daughter explained that the spot was already taken. This morning, B's mother called asking when she could drop B off for the water park and saying how excited B was. We explained that another friend was now going. B's mother became upset when with my daughter and us. She said that once my daughter invited B, she should have waited for B to respond before inviting anyone else. We explained that this was the last-minute plan for the following morning, and my daughter had tried texting and calling B before moving on to another friend. I also apologized for any miscommunication and said it was probably partly my fault because I had encouraged my daughter to get her plans settled before going to bed. B's mother still feels that my daughter and my wife and I were rude and thoughtless. I showed her the text from the night before, including B acknowledging that the spot had been taken and replying, okay, no problem. But she still believes we should have waited indefinitely for B to respond. I disagree. My view is that with a last-minute invitation like this, you can ask someone, give them a reasonable opportunity to respond, and then move on if you don't hear back. If I had an extra ticket to a baseball game the next morning, for example, I'd do the same thing. For what it's worth, I couldn't simply take both girls. I only had one extra seat in the car because I was also dropping my son and another child off at camp that morning. Mm-hmm. If I had room, I would happily have taken both and paid for the extra ticket. So again, am I the asshole for telling my 12-year-old daughter she did nothing wrong by inviting another friend when the first friend didn't respond?
No, not at all. I mean, I think anybody would have done the same thing, honestly. There's only a certain amount of time, especially like it was 9:30 at night and you're trying to get your plans situated for the next morning. Well, even still, but
the timeline is very important. When we get into the comments.
Yeah, I would definitely be like, I'm not going to wait until the next morning, because then if I wait all this time and then you're like, oh no, I don't want to go. Or like, say you didn't look at your phone until the morning and then you're like, oh, sorry, that's too last minute. Okay, well, now I could have fucking invited somebody else.
It's very true.
So, no, I don't think that you did anything wrong. I would say, just for future reference, maybe tell your daughter when she's going to like invite someone somewhere, if she texts them, don't tell them what the plan is right away. Like, just text them and be like, hey, are you busy tomorrow? And then she doesn't respond, or say that she does respond later after you've already invited someone else. Then you could be like, oh, I was planning on doing something, but like something else came up. Or just, who cares? Make something up.
Okay.
But, you know,
so that makes it a little better or a little easier to kind of,
so you can see if she's available or whatever, because then if she sees that and she's like, oh God,
you're like,
what is she doing? Or, you know, like if she chooses to ignore it because she's like, oh, what is she asking about now?
Yeah.
That's on you, girl.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. What do you think about the timeline specifically? Because this was big in the Reddit comments, at least.
It's definitely late to be trying to make
not so much the time of day, but the timeline of events, more so.
I mean, I'm not sure I understand what you're trying
to ask. So around 9 p.m., A told my daughter she couldn't go after all.
Okay.
I told my daughter that if she wanted to invite someone else, blah, blah, blah. My daughter texted friend B to see if she wanted to go. So roughly about 9 p.m.
Okay.
Right? When B didn't respond after about 10 minutes, my daughter tried calling her, still no response.
Okay.
About 20 minutes after the original text, she invited friend C instead. So that's what I'm asking.
So it's been about 30 minutes?
About 9 to 9:20. We're looking about 9 to 9:20 right now.
Oh, okay.
About 20 minutes after the original text, she invited friend C. So she only waited 20 minutes. What are your opinions on that?
That's where my suggestion for how to handle it in the future comes in. Because if she didn't know what the plan was, then you could have easily been like, oh, never mind, something else came, or whatever, you know, like just for future, put the feelers out there first. But in this case, I mean,
but as far as moving on, 20 minutes later.
It was quick. I'll give you that. But if you're trying to get it figured out before you go to bed, the parent, like he even took, it's the dad writing this, right?
Yes.
He even took his he acknowledged his role in it by saying, I told her to get this figured out before she went to bed.
Which is on his part fair.
I would have said the same thing.
I don't want to deal with this shit first thing in the morning.
Exactly. I probably would have done the same thing. Literally, I 100%
would have done it that
I would have
way.
been like, you need to get this figured out before we go to bed, because I don't want to think about this all fucking night. And I'm not dealing with this when we're trying to leave tomorrow.
No, you're just going. I'm just taking you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd be like, if you don't have a friend coming with you by the time we go to bed, it's just us.
Yeah.
But
it's too much
I totally understand that aspect. And then also, they're 12 years old? At like 9:30, I guess we don't take the phone away, but like some parents do. So maybe she was trying to like get in before the cutoff or something like that. And that's why she was like, she's not responding. Maybe try and message this one, because like I only have like less than an hour before her parents take her phone or something, you know? I think it's definitely... It's a learning opportunity. It sucks. I feel bad for friend B that got left out.
B.
Yes. Sorry, but you didn't get to go this time. And he even said if we had room, if it had been any other circumstance where we had the room, we would have made the extra allowance and everything like that. So I think it was just kind of a shitty situation to be in, and your daughter was just trying to make sure that she had a plan down. The timing just didn't work out the way that they wanted it to.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes her an asshole, and I don't think that makes you an asshole either, because again, as a parent, we're getting this figured out before we go to bed. I'm not doing this first thing in the morning.
I agree, and I want to come back to the timeline, but something that, as we're talking through it, something that just popped in my head. B still could have gone. Because the mom could have dropped her off at, or I guess friend B, we don't know the sex.
Yeah, that's true.
Drop them off at the water park, and they still could have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
they probably could have come back together.
That's probably, like, in the moment, that's probably what I would have done.
I mean, I honestly, you know what I mean? I don't even know if I would have thought about that.
That's not really, that just popped in my head. Like, she still could have gone because the mom was going to drop them off anyways. I'm assuming it's another female. I hope. I would think.
The mom. Oh, of the girls?
Yeah, B.
Probably.
B, I would
think. I'm assuming.
But anyway, so B still could have went straight to the venue or the water
Yeah.
park, whatever. So I mean that could have been something that they did.
That's true.
But another thing that I wanted to point out too is that at about 10:30 p.m., B finally responded saying she wanted to go. That's an hour and a half later. So even if you did give B an hour 15,
She was still
outside the window.
Yeah, it was still an hour and a half later.
It was still 90 minutes. So I don't know how you feel about that. But I mean, how long do you wait before you move on?
Yeah.
And also, another question I have for you is that once OP's daughter moved on from B to C, do you think B should have been notified, or any kind of action should have been taken? Because OP's daughter didn't take the recommendation that you just said about like kind of feeling out the schedule kind of thing, you know what I mean? But she just went straight to an invite.
Okay.
Do you think that's...
So I guess if anything, I would have been like, send her one more message and say, hey, I'm going to wait until this time. And if I don't hear from you, I'm going to extend this invitation to someone else. Okay. I mean, hindsight's 2020. I probably wouldn't have thought of that in the moment either. I definitely wouldn't have, no. But I'm sorry about the situation.
If we're being real about it, and I try to be real about the situations as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I try to be realistic.
I definitely wouldn't have, because that's something that came up in the comments. That's something that I wouldn't have. I think I definitely would have thought about B going straight to the water park in this whole kind of
probably would have thought of that first.
Confrontation or whatever. Yeah, I probably would have thought about, we'll just meet us there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty fair go-to. Yeah. But as far as letting B know that the invite now got pushed to C, you know what I mean? I don't think I would have thought to tell the child.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I would have thought of that. Can you let B know?
Either. I would have never thought. Especially like, we're trying to fucking
that's
figure out plans.
That's what I was just going to say. Is like, from
you were supposed to be in bed an hour ago.
There you go. From the perspective of the parent, if it's already past like the normal bedtime or whatever, and we're trying to figure this out, I'm like,
let's go.
Pick it up.
Come on.
Pick up the pace. I'm ready.
I got shit to do, Jeff.
Yes. You need to go to bed. I need fucking quiet time. I don't want to hear mom for the next 12 goddamn hours.
Yeah.
Let's fix this shit now.
Yeah.
Like, it is bedtime.
Or we can go next month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So what's your verdict? Do you want the question again?
Sure.
Am I the asshole for telling my 12-year-old daughter she did nothing wrong by inviting another friend when the first friend didn't respond? It's actually I guess the second friend, whatever.
No, I don't think you guys are the assholes.
Yeah?
I really don't.
That's fair. That was mine as well. The overall Reddit verdict was very much split from what I saw.
Really?
People were going back and forth on this one.
Wow.
It was pretty intense.
Okay.
But I did see a lot of not the asshole. I grabbed 3 comments. The first one is not the asshole. What's wrong with all these people? Seriously. What did she expect your daughter to do? Drop everything or go alone just because her daughter didn't text back in time? Needless to say, you were 100% in the right. The response to that: I would give it more than 20 minutes, like at least an hour to get back. This was the night before. At least give the friend a decent chance to respond. 20 minutes is not long. That's like a shower. Also, why didn't OP contact the parents? The kid needs to ask mom or dad beforehand anyways. If she wasn't responding quick enough, call the parents. OP dropped the ball on this. And I have a little admin note.
Okay.
And I already fucking said it, but I'll say it again. Mm-hmm. There was an hour and a half gap in between initial text and the callback. So even if you gave her an hour, she's still outside that fucking window.
Well, also, I'm sorry, but I guess I don't know, maybe I don't think it's unrealistic, but they're 12 years old. Clearly they have phones. They're capable of talking to each other and seeing if this is possible. And then I feel like you should each be responsible for talking to your own parents and being like, oh, do you want to do this? Can you go talk to your parents about it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes
in a perfect world.
I know, but I'm saying sometimes even as a kid, did you ever have those yeah, let me ask my mom. And then you go to your mom and you're like, can you just say no, please? Can you please tell them that I can't go or something like that? Don't sidestep me and go right to my mom. Yeah. She doesn't know if I want to go. We got to fucking work together here. Okay.
I will say though, how we came up and how the kids nowadays
I do that with our kids.
It's different.
I'm like, I got your back. Do you want?
Well, no. I mean, like besides that point of like saying no or what, you know what I mean? Like having their back like that. But as far as the coordination conversation goes, it's not. I remember when I was that age, it was a lot more. I don't know, maybe fluid.
We were a lot more independent.
Yes.
I think.
100%. Yes, exactly. Because like most of the time we were already doing a lot of stuff.
I feel like a lot of us were latchkey kids of
100%.
that generation. So
now,
we were already making our own plans before our parents even knew that we had those friends.
Exactly.
So,
I never even heard of this person.
Oh, you know how many times my mom was like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh, new friend from school. Can I go?
Exactly.
I'm 1 foot out the door already.
See, that's, but because you coordinated that.
Yes.
Now, case in point is our oldest. I mean, people already fucking know, Malachi.
Yep.
He was coordinating something with a friend at a church thing. Right,
Yep.
they're gonna play basketball or whatever. I guess the kid was going to that church or whatever the case was, and like we were out to eat, and we were like trying to just like pull. It was like pulling fucking teeth.
It really was.
We were trying to pull information out of Malachi as like where is this place located and all this other stuff, and he didn't have a clue. The friend didn't have a clue. That's probably what's happening here.
But I will say, I did take that opportunity to be like, if you want to go, you need to figure out what this
100%.
information is. Otherwise, you will not be going.
Yeah.
So with that being said, if that's not what's happening, you need to be teaching your kids how to communicate and set up these plans and do these things. And like, there's an order of operations essentially.
And I think to go off of that point as well, is I think that's exactly what OP was doing. He was kind of pulling strings in the background to try to
trying
help
to
the
get
whole
her
process,
to work through the process on her own.
which is why he went from A, B, C. Like, hey, just find somebody that wants to go.
Well, yeah, because I'm just trying to imagine when I was a 12-year-old girl, if I'm trying to make plans with my friends and my mom's like, you gotta hurry, and they're not responding, I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? She could have been freaking the fuck out, and he was like, it's okay. Ask another friend, it's fine.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's not responding either. And he's like, it's fine, ask another friend, it's okay. I'm just saying.
I'm so glad we have boys.
I'm just saying, if she was anything like I was as a 12-year-old, she was probably like, what are we going to do?
Oh, God.
So, I don't know.
I dodged a bullet on that one, huh?
Well, you got me. You're welcome.
That's true. I didn't dodge all of them.
Fuck off.
But no, I could definitely see like the over dramatic you, like 12 years old and kind of just like freaking out. That's kind of funny to think about.
I have been riddled with anxiety forever.
Since birth.
Literally, I think so.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The next comment is B was asked at 9 p.m. At 9:30, she asked another friend because it was late and there was no response. C said yes immediately at 9:30. An hour later, B replied and was told she couldn't go, and she said okay. Even if the daughter had waited an hour, C would have replied at 10 p.m., and B would have still been out of luck by replying 30 minutes after that. As far as she's concerned, the daughter waited for her for an hour and 20 minutes before asking someone else. Because, I mean, she doesn't really know, right?
I mean, yeah, you didn't have to tell her that it was only 20 minutes.
I don't think she did.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But even if she did wait an hour and 20 minutes, like, you know what I mean? But also, and I found this very interesting, but also she accepted that she couldn't go.
That's what I was going to say.
So why was she excited? That was my question.
No, that's what I was going to say is like, why were you still telling your mom that you were going to go and all this stuff when you had already had the conversation? It was through text and on the phone. OP's daughter made it very, very clear what the situation was. And it sounds like she explained it and they were fine. What happened in there from after the daughter talked to friend B and then friend B went and talked to her mom?
I think
because it sounds like that's a y'all issue.
And I think this is kind of similar to a previous story that we covered, and I think in 133, the babysitter. Maybe it was 132. The babysitter that wasn't actually a real babysitter.
Yes.
So and then
that's kind of what I was thinking.
So that's kind of this because the mother is kind of heading the conversation when she has really no business to.
Yeah.
And she's kind of just assuming or whatever.
Well, that's kind of what I was wondering was like, did she tell her like, oh, you can drop me off here and we're going to go to the water park or whatever. And then she was just going to go somewhere else. I mean, she was 12, so I was giving her the benefit of the doubt, but.
Well, no. I didn't mean like that. I meant the mom The mom controlling the conversation with the daughter not even being a part of it. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
not
get what
yeah.
you mean. Okay.
So,
okay.
that's kind of what it, because it doesn't make sense that B's mother would say that B is excited in the moment because B knows she's not going.
Yeah.
So I think the mother is just like that mother was.
Maybe just trying to be
She's
like,
just like, well,
what
wait,
do you
well, why
mean?
isn't my daughter included?
Yeah,
like,
maybe. No matter what, though, I still don't think that OP is the asshole.
Absolutely not.
I think you and your daughter were just trying to handle the situation, and you were trying to help her navigate making these plans with her friends, working out a schedule and all this stuff. You did what any fucking parent would do.
I agree.
I guess what I would do.
Let
me just
add
let
that in
me
there.
yeah.
Careful. That's very true. The last comment is, I think 20 minutes isn't a very long time to wait, especially considering it doesn't sound like you or your daughter sent anything to indicate you were rescinding the invite or that there was a time limit. At the very least, you should have sent a, hey, sorry, since this is so last minute, I need to invite someone else. Why wait until she already said she wanted to go to say she no longer could go? Not the asshole for changing plans. You're the asshole for the way you did it, which goes off of your point of kind of like testing the waters before you actually send a full invite kind of thing.
I still don't think you're the asshole for the way you did it. I mean, like I said, I think this is a learning opportunity. You did what you thought was the right thing to do in this moment. And now maybe you've realized that there's some other things that you could do as well. So just remember that and take that moving forward. I don't know, but I'm not going to call you an asshole for this. I think it was just not even miscommunication because you guys did communicate. I guess, I don't know.
Honestly, I think I agree with you 100%, and I don't think that, and this is why the comments were going so back and forth.
Yeah.
Because people were just like this, right? Kind of looking at different aspects of it and everything. I definitely agree that Opie is not the asshole, but I do want to go back to one of the other points that you made, which I think directly kind of go with this. I don't think it was a communication problem. I think it was the volume of information coming. Right?
Yeah,
so like
maybe.
How you were saying how it was so hectic and how it was so like, we need to fucking figure this out,
very
right?
well could have been just trying to like hurry up and get it done.
Yeah, I think that's why the, hey, sorry, this is so last minute, I need to invite someone else, blah, blah, blah. That follow-on text didn't happen because they were just trying to figure, just like you had said, they're just trying to figure out who the fuck's going tomorrow.
Yeah.
So like they didn't even think about, doubling back to B and be like, oh, hey, we moved on. No, they're just like, let's fucking do this.
Exactly.
So I think that's what's happening here.
So like I understand why friend B might be feeling some kind of way about it, and like I mean her mother is her mother,
B?
but I get why you might be feeling some type of way about it, but I mean even if I were in that position, I would have to accept my role in my not being able to go.
Yeah.
Because you did send me a message asking me if I wanted to go. You did call me and I didn't respond. Like I just didn't get to you fast enough. You needed me to respond within a certain amount of time. Like we missed each other.
And that's probably exactly what happened because when B responded, that's when OP's daughter was like, oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like we just missed each other. Definitely, that's all that it is.
OP is definitely not the asshole.
No.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some Choose Your Hill.
Oh, God. Okay.
Again, every opinion has a hill worth defending. In Choose Your Hill, we take a classic debate and we each pick and defend our hill. No fence sitting. No, it depends. Just raw, unfiltered opinions over life's biggest and sometimes most ridiculous debates. There will be 4 debates with each one ending with a summit question before moving on to the next debate. And not only do we want to hear what hill our ranters would choose and defend, but they'll actually be the tiebreaker if we're split. More people you have on your hill in the comments, the bigger your hill gets. You ready?
Whew, okay, I'm scared.
So first up, we got pineapple versus no pineapple on pizza.
No.
So are you team pineapple or team no pineapple, and why?
No pineapple. I don't think it belongs on pizza.
Why?
That's just me. I don't think it tastes good. I don't like it. I don't like the consistency of it on the pizza.
Okay.
Like baked pineapple. Ugh.
Is it because it's a fruit?
No, it's just pineapple specifically.
Okay.
I don't like the way that it tastes on it. I don't like the way that pineapple and cheese taste together. I just don't like it. I mean, if you like it, go for it.
Well, this is your hill.
I'm not going to fucking order that pizza. I'm not eating it.
I am definitely team pineapple. because I think it's delicious, and I think like the sweet and kind of salty, you know what I mean, is one of like the best flavor combinations. You know what I mean?
I don't get it from that. I really don't get that.
Some people do like some crazy combinations, you know what I mean? But I think like the most popular is what is it, Hawaiian and like ham or something like that?
Canadian bacon.
Yeah, Canadian bacon. There you go. And I've always thought that was delicious, but nobody ever wants to order it. So like I'm not gonna get a whole thing by myself because I usually only have like a slice of pizza anyways. So there's really no point. So I never get to have it, but I'm definitely team pineapple because, I mean, when's the last time you tried it though?
When I was in like middle school, I think.
Oh God, like at middle school or just during?
No, it was, we got Casey's Pizza. I was at my friend's house and her brother, I think, her brother was like babysitting us and he got pizza. And then when he opened it, I was like, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's Hawaiian pizza. You should taste it. Da, 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 da. And I had a slice and I like didn't want to be rude. So I ate the whole slice.
Oh God, you ate the whole slice.
It was awful.
Was it pineapple and Canadian bacon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And it was so gross.
I think some people add some weird stuff on there. Like I said, like one that I saw is like jalapenos and pineapple, which is kind of weird.
I've never had that.
But like just like the base like Hawaiian pizza, you know what I mean? That's definitely, I mean, I think it's pretty good.
No.
But
I will say, you know, the taco pizza from Casey's is delicious.
One argument that I've seen about this for the pineapple, and I thought you were going to bring up, was the fact that pineapple is a fruit, and fruit doesn't belong on a pizza.
See, I knew you were going to say that because of what
tomatoes are a fruit.
Yeah, no, been
and that's
there,
why
done that. No, I don't care that it's a fruit. It's literally all the things I said. I don't like the flavors together. I don't like the consistency. I just... the way that it feels in my mouth is so yucky. I don't like it. Even like I put pineapple on ham when we have like Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah.
I never eat the pineapple because like it
true.
Tastes good.
I do.
Fucking hate the consistency of cooked pineapple. It's so gross.
That's so weird.
No, I don't like it. Like fresh pineapple, so yummy. Or out of the can, that's fine. But when you like warm it up, it gets like almost kind of, it feels mushy.
And I
hate it.
That's kind of funny too, because like even at Thanksgiving, I always have like a slice of the pineapple with the ham and everything, and you don't.
I never eat the pineapple ever.
Funny.
I make it every year.
Yeah.
I never eat the pineapple. Even while I'm cooking though, I'll like cut up some of the pineapple and I'll take bites of it while I'm cooking. That's it though.
Well, like out of the can.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, fruit, nothing stupid. I really just don't like the feel of it in my mouth.
All right. So I'm team pineapple. You're team no pineapple.
Absolutely not.
Summit question. What's the weirdest pizza topping you'll actually eat?
I guess probably the taco
pizza, right?
Because that's
what's all on that?
I'm trying to remember correctly. I think there's like the beans. Beans are a base on it, like refried beans.
Okay.
And then obviously they have like meats on it and cheese. And then there's like tomatoes on top and lettuce and then like crushed up Doritos. Sounds so fucking Midwestern describing that right now.
Yeah. I wonder where you're from.
As I was saying it, I'm like, let me just fucking drizzle some ranch on top. Jesus. God.
I want to know if anybody is familiar with taco pizza.
Specifically?
That's not from the Midwest.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not from, especially like outside the country.
Yes.
That would be interesting to see if anybody has heard of that, because I don't think I've ever seen that outside of the Midwest.
I've never had it outside of Iowa.
Or even
honestly.
I mean, like, I guess breakfast pizza I've seen some places, but mainly just at Casey's again in the Midwest.
Get all over my mouth. Oh my God. I mean, a slice of breakfast pizza from Casey's.
Is that gonna turn you into moaning Mona?
Yes, I will moan my way through that whole slice. I fucking love Casey's breakfast pizza.
Oh God, that's so funny.
That's all I'm gonna think about now.
Next up, we got books versus movies. So, are you team books or team movies, and why?
Jesus, that's hard.
Yeah, these don't get easier. Well, some of them are.
Books.
Okay, why? You gotta defend your hill.
Because then I can like build the story in my head. and like
build the story or build the
picture? Like play out the story in my head, and like the picture I can create it, and like sometimes even when I'm reading stories, they'll like describe a character and I'm like, no, I don't think that's right. And then I just start picturing, I'm like, that's just not the vibe that I'm getting from this person.
Okay.
This is what they look like, actually. So it's nice sometimes when I can just like be in my own world about it.
Okay.
And like, so one comparison, and it's kind of a silly comparison, fucking Twilight.
Okay.
So
I mean, that's not silly. That's a huge following.
Yeah. So those came out, I think I was like a freshman in high school when the first one came out. I saw the first movie and then I was like, oh, maybe I should actually go read the books and everything. Cause like only the first movie had come out. And so I was like, well, I already saw that movie. I'm not going to read that book. So I read the last, 3 or 4 or something like that. And I built up like this whole thing in my head and stuff. And then like fucking New Moon came out. And I remember, pretty sure I went and saw this in theaters. And I remember it got to the part where, spoilers. So Edward leaves Bella and she's like super depressed and everything. And this whole time she like builds this friendship with Jacob and is like working on a motorcycle. It's like a whole thing. In the movie, when he leaves, this bitch just sits in a chair and the camera just goes around her in circles and you just see the seasons passing by. I'm like, that was several fucking chapters in the movie.
The book. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Interesting.
I was very upset.
So they built the bike in the book, but not the movie.
No, they did, but it was like
kind of glossed over it.
They kind of glossed over it, or they made it seem like it happened very, very fast. And it was like, just the way that they portrayed it in the movie annoyed the fuck out of me because I was like, I feel like that was a large chunk of the book. And you guys broke it down to her sitting in a chair and you spun the camera around her 3 times and called it a fucking day.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed.
I feel like there's more like
cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography.
I mean, yeah, I know that they always leave out a lot in books. I get it. Well, I'm just saying that's the first like big one that I remember happening, and I remember being in the theater and being furious.
Well, each movie would be like 3+ hours if they were to do that. So in your opinion, obviously you're team books, right?
Yeah.
So if you read the book, do you have to stay away from going to see the movie because the movie's gonna be ruined because of the book?
No.
Or do you just like, you can just kind of, other than Twilight, you can kind of just seamlessly?
No, because I mean, I can do both. I did it with A Clockwork Orange. I read that book and then, they made it a movie.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm trying to think of what else I've seen. Like the fucking Harry Potter. I read like a bunch of those books.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When I was in middle school. And then I think I watched like most of the movies.
Okay.
Growing up. I'm trying to think of what other books have become movies that I've.
But it doesn't ruin it for you.
Not always. Okay. I guess it just depends on like, now obviously as an adult I know going into a movie that it's not going to be a direct adaptation.
That's fair.
So that's why I'm saying that's why I feel like it was such like a core memory for me because I was younger and I was like so disappointed and just so dramatic about it, and like this book that I had spent all this time reading and just fucking stupid, But
at least you go into it now with
I know
better understanding.
Yes, so it doesn't bother it doesn't bother me dealing with that now.
Yeah, I am definitely a 100% team movies.
I know, absolutely,
because I like the cinematography. I like in your face, loud, surround sound, fucking like immersive.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm here for. You know what I mean. Like I love it. Like I couldn't imagine reading like, I don't know, maybe a dumb example, but like Endgame or any of those movies, right? I mean, I couldn't imagine like reading a book, and then like it would outplay the movie. You know
I guess.
mean?
Well, there's also the difference though, because like you like action movies and stuff like that. I like things that have like more of a story, or there's the drama in it, like all those kinds of things. So it makes more sense for me to want to like play that out on my own than to have somebody else be like, this is my adaptation of it. Like I would almost be like, I don't fucking care about your adaptation of it because I already got my own in here.
You're already changing characters.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just saying.
You don't look like that.
Sometimes they don't. Okay. Sometimes they just fucking don't.
Okay. All right. So you're team books. I'm definitely team movies. Summit question.
Okay.
What's one movie that's actually better than the book?
Oh, shit.
Do you have one?
Oh, God. Twilight. The last one.
Okay.
Just because that last fight
So the
scene,
movie?
I don't
Okay.
remember that being in the book.
Oh.
Because
okay.
I think that was like a huge thing because I don't think that was in the book. I don't remember there being a big fight scene. I remember reading about like all the different tribes and everything, and they all come together for like to confront the fucking Volturi or whatever.
Okay.
But I do recall that when that movie came out, people lost their shit at the beginning of that fight because when he gets his head ripped off, that doesn't happen in the book.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I think that's why it was like such a huge thing, because people were like, this did not happen. What the fuck is going on?
I kind of like that though, because then it keeps you on your toes. You know what I mean? Like it keeps you like, oh shit, what's gonna come next? So I kind of like that.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, that really is just like the only example that I can think of.
That's fair. Okay.
I mean, A Clockwork Orange, that movie, it's dark. It's pretty crazy. It's definitely easier to follow than the book is, I will say. Because in the book, they use like kind of slang, I guess. They have all these different words. So like even you see how that piece of paper sticking out of it? I had to like look at this up, fucking try and find the glossary for it when I was in like high school.
Jeez.
Yeah, I printed that off in the high school library because I was trying to read this book and I couldn't figure out what the fuck they were saying.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's a good book.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that glossary, I don't
right.
know how people would follow it. I really have no idea.
Yeah, see, especially since it takes you like a day to read a book, like, no.
Sometimes.
I would rather just watch the movie.
Oh. I thought that was pretty good time, but all right.
That is really good time. That's amazing
Yeah.
time. But like it would take me significantly longer to read a book. Like
That's
I can't.
fair.
No, there's no way I'm going to read a book in a day.
Oh, no. Like I said, if you just leave me alone for like a solid day, I'll get that book done.
Next up, we got Android versus iPhone. So are you team Android or team iPhone, and why?
I fucking hate iPhones. Team Android.
Okay, why?
They're better.
Oh.
I don't.
Damn.
I don't care. And if you want to argue in the comments, argue with your mama, not with me. I don't care. This hill I will 100% die on. I fucking hate
God.
Apple products.
I
hate them.
Yeah.
Hate them all. I had an iPhone once for a week, and that was only because it took that long to switch my number back.
Yeah.
Literally, I got the phone and I set it up, and like 2 hours later, I called customer service and I was like, I fucked up. I need to get my number switched back to my old phone. And they were like, ooh, because you just did that like 3 hours ago. We actually have to wait some time. And I was like, no.
Yeah, we actually don't have any Apple products in this house.
No.
And the only reason we're on Apple Podcasts is because one person.
No, several people
I
asked
guess several
for
people
it.
asked.
But yeah,
And
no,
we were like,
I don't.
sure, why not? But like, other than that, we don't touch Apple products at all.
No, I remember in college in I don't know, were you ever in like the art department over there? All those computers were Mac computers.
Oh, I didn't use the computers. Oh, see, that's awful.
They were the fucking worst.
That's horrible. Remember, it was Unfriended? Mm-hmm. Where it's shot on an apple.
There
and
you,
like we were watching that movie and we were just like, this is a horrible setup. Great movie, but like, just your computer sucks.
I fucking hate Apple so much. Oh my god!
And then what you have like instead of like the minimize, maximize.
I don't think you
X.
can customize anything.
No. So on Windows you have that, but on Mac you have like red, yellow, and green.
Yeah, and then they're like
fucking
backwards
stoplight?
or some shit. It's so fucking dumb.
Weird.
I hate it.
So obviously we're on the same hill for this one.
100%.
I think there's a lot more customization because I know we've tried iPhone before.
I tried it that one time,
Yeah.
but I remember we went to a phone place once, and we were asking them about switching, and they were like, if you go from an Android to an iPhone, it's literally like going from a Windows computer to a Mac. And as soon as he said that, we were like,
No.
never the fuck mind.
Yeah.
Like,
But I've messed around with those, and like Android just has so much more customization.
yeah.
And just so many more options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I just know it too. So like I think every smartphone that I've had has been an Android aside from that one for a week. Yeah.
I think
No.
you have to like whatever you came up with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what it comes down to. But also like the iPhone, what I found is it's a lot more simple because like
think so.
it doesn't have like any customization.
Yeah, I don't think you can
can't really do
customize
anything.
like anything.
This is what it is.
It's yeah. I don't like it.
So we're both Team Android. Summit question. If you had to switch tomorrow, what would you miss most?
I don't want to think about it. Everything. Oh my God. What wouldn't I miss? I'm trying to remember what I hated about it. I don't know if they've updated it, but I think one of the things that I didn't like was it didn't have the pull down for like the setting or like the customization and stuff up there.
Okay.
I think that was one of the things that I didn't like. I didn't like it's just very standard. There was no customization with it. I just didn't like the way that it felt in my hand.
Yeah.
I would definitely miss the most.
I would definitely miss the customization the most.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Just
I think,
have the freedom to make it like my device.
Yes. It never actually felt like mine.
Yeah.
It just always felt like a factory phone.
exactly.
Because I couldn't fucking do anything with it. There you go. That's perfect.
We should probably remove the podcast from Apple Podcasts.
Ooh. Sorry, Apple. I mean, we love Apple and all the other fruits.
Finally, we got city versus country. So are you team city or team country, and why?
City.
And why?
Oh, I lived in the
gotta defend
country
your hill.
before, and I don't want to do that again. I'm good.
What about it, though, specifically?
About living in the country or living in the city?
Both. Yeah, you got to defend your hill.
So, I mean, I lived in a rural town that was surrounded by country farms, everything like that. You couldn't really go anywhere outside of town if you didn't have somebody to drive you. Didn't have much. We didn't have like a fucking general store. We didn't have a Walmart. We had like the small town grocery store and Casey's. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that ever again. And I refuse to raise my children in that as well.
Would it change it for you if you lived in the country, but within, 15 minutes or so or whatever, there was, I don't know, what didn't you mention? A Walmart, for example. Would that change it for you? Or would you still lean more towards the city?
Lean more towards the city. Okay. I like the anonymity that comes with living in a city.
Oh, that too, yeah.
I love it a lot.
I very rarely run into people that I know.
We've lived here for a few years, and I've ran into one person that I know at Walmart. One.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. Yeah. I mean, and like of all the places that I go, I never run into anybody that I know. Yeah. Also it's even been to the point where like sometimes I can like see people that I've seen in passing, like when I was working at the tax office, I'll be like, I think that was one of my clients. But then I'm like, let me dip out real quick. And I know that I can easily just dip out and like walk in the other direction and we're not going to find our way back to each other like we would in a small town.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to be able to, I am absolutely 1000% on Team City.
Yeah.
For sure. Just because I need to be able to reach out and touch anything I need to.
Yeah.
Within, and we've talked about this before, I mean, off mic, I think. But we need, we need to be able to reach out and touch anything within like 15 minutes. That's always been the goal. We don't want to spend 30 minutes on the road to get to a grocery store.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
it
I
needs
feel
to
like
be
everywhere that we've lived, you have to drive like somewhat to get to fucking somewhere, you know? I mean, I guess like aside from like living on post or whatever, but yeah, it's just, it was always something, you know, and it was fucking annoying, like always having to be like, okay, we got to be at this place, but it takes like 30 minutes to get there, so now I got to do that. And like sometimes it does take 30 minutes to get places here in town, but like you're still going through town. I'm not driving through these back ass country roads where 30 minutes feels like fucking an hour.
I mean, yes, but I mean, like 30 minutes in the Springs at least. I mean, I can get far.
It feels different.
In 30 minutes. Like I can get like farther than downtown.
Yeah.
Like the other side of downtown. So I can get anywhere in less than 30 minutes.
That's
basically.
what I'm saying.
What I mean?
Is like, because generally it's like it's only 30 minutes between the towns. Like now you get to the edge of that town, that's 30 minutes, and then it's more time to get to your fucking destination.
And like to really put that in like into perspective is like there's really nothing that you need to go downtown for that you can't get up here.
No,
because like we're still in the Springs, but there's like I don't know, there's like sectors of the Springs. What do you want to
there's
call it?
Different areas and everything, but like that's what I like about it is that even I know that if I am downtown and I need to go grab some, like there's a place down there for me to go get it or whatever. Like there's just always something available.
From the house,
and I like that.
Anything that we could possibly want to do is within 15 minutes.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But I do see the perks for Team Country. Just because peace and quiet, more land, less traffic. And what was the other one? Night skies.
Yes.
That's one thing that I can appreciate a lot, but like I would gladly give up that to be able to reach out and touch anything I need to within 15 minutes.
That's what I was going to say too is like when we went out to my brother's and you guys built that big ass bonfire, that's not something that we're going to be able to do in the city. So yeah, there are definitely perks to being out in the country. Not like that.
Not when there's a fire ban because of the fires.
I guess not like that. You guys built a pretty big fire pit.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. So there are definitely things like
that's true.
I don't have an issue with like going out somewhere and being, you know, like in the fall, we like go out to the farms and the pumpkin patches and do all those things and like stuff like that. But I like to come home. So I like this to be my base.
I would much rather travel to the country.
Yes.
And live in the city than live in the country and travel.
Yes.
Like
100%.
I'll travel to the country for the pumpkin patches and all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to stay there forever.
Yeah. Or like go visit family or whatever. Yeah. I don't care. That's fine. But I want to come back home to the city.
And also there are significantly more opportunities in a city.
Yeah.
Career, education, all that kind of stuff, especially when you have kids.
Yeah.
Older kids, you know what I mean? Like they're just going to have a lot more opportunities. So it just makes sense to be, to be in a city.
Yeah.
Or I guess a suburb, but
I mean, yeah, obviously this isn't like a city. But even still, I would still take a fucking city over the country.
Yeah. And like, I definitely
that's just
what the burbs is really where it's at because then like you can reach out and touch anything, but you're not like you're not living downtown.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I mean, honestly, if I was a single girl or at least didn't have kids, then by all means, I would live downtown, have like one of those high-rise apartments or whatever and like walk everywhere. Maybe have a cute little dog. I could walk them up.
Jesus.
But I don't. So I want my house in the
burbs.
In the city.
I like the house. So we're both Team City. The summit question is, would you rather have a penthouse downtown or 20 acres in the country?
Like I said, do I have kids or not? In my current situation?
Present. Yeah.
It would probably be the country then.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a penthouse with my children. I love them very, very much.
So we can't be on the fence with these. So I can't go because I was going to say in a certain situation I would go penthouse. So I have to decide.
I don't want to live in a penthouse.
I would much rather do the penthouse myself, with our current situation, because then at least everything we just said is still true. Because because this doesn't specify 20 acres, 20 acres in the country could be 3 hours away from fucking civilization, but you got 20 acres.
That's true. I guess I was just thinking immediately of like us being in a more compact home.
And what would you do? I mean, penthouses can get big, but
I've never been in one. I don't know. Somebody invite me.
You have to live downtown.
I know. No, that's
and what would you
true.
do with the 20 acres? You know what I mean?
That's true.
I would do the penthouse.
In my dream world, I'd have like a whole fucking compound.
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay.
But let's be realistic. I don't know the first thing about having a compound.
But even then, I don't know. So we've always talked about that concept.
Yeah. Like,
and one problem is that there's no way we would get people to actually move to it is the first problem. And then two is if it's a 20 acre lot like this in the country and you're still an hour away from civilization, everything we just said that we wanted, we wouldn't get.
Yeah. I know, like, of course, growing up, I was always like, oh my God, what if I just had all this land and I could have my own garden and grow my own food and have my own farm animals and da-da-da-da-da.
Who has the time for all of that?
And also, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I don't know what the hell I was talking about. It's just because I grew up in the country and I was like, I could do that.
All of the plants in the house are dead except for one.
Not all of them.
I definitely don't have a green thumb either. I'm very much
I could never sustain a garden like that. So realistically, I definitely have to backtrack on what I said.
Yeah.
I would have to choose the penthouse. Yeah. Small space, be damned. Yeah.
Oh, God, that's so funny. All right. Time for our next Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Kicking My Sister Out After the Comments She Made About My Wife? I don't know if I'm the asshole in the situation. Yesterday, my wife, 29 female, and I, 31 male, went on a date, and my sister, 16 female, volunteered to watch our 2 kids, 5 male, 2 female. We rarely get to go on a date, so we were excited. When we came back, our sister put the kids to bed, and me, my wife, and her were just hanging out. It was a normal conversation until my sister said, the kids are so cute for having parents that are so mid. I know my sister's intentions was to make a playful jab at me, which is completely fine, as we do this to each other. However, I can tell as soon as the words left her mouth, she realized she made a mistake and started apologizing, but it was too late. I can see how hurt my wife was. My wife was bullied for her looks when she was younger by parents, classmates, friends, and even teachers. She is also very insecure about her body after having 2 kids. My sister does not know this, but I still feel as though she is old enough to know better. After making this comment, I told her she needed to leave, which she did. When my parents found out what had happened, they called me to tell me that I was overreacting and that my siblings texted that she's just a kid and that it was wrong of me to make her leave. So again, am I the asshole for kicking my sister out after the comment she made about my wife?
Damn. So at first I was like, calm down a little bit. But then when he said that like she was bullied all her life, I get why that probably was like an extra sting.
Okay.
If it was me, I probably would have been like, bitch, look at you. I don't know. I probably just said some shit and like fully fucking owned that my sister was talking shit to me and not like talking about my wife. I don't know. That's probably how I would have done it and just been like, I would have tried to take the brunt of it and then keep like a fight between me and my sister and then later be like, my sister's a dick, dude, or like, I don't know, or even be like, dude, look at this beautiful specimen. What are you talking about? And then maybe give her an opportunity to be like, I'm talking about you. Because then back to it, at least it's between us siblings doing the banter. And it's clear that he said that as soon as she said it, she realized that she shouldn't have said that. So
she apologized immediately.
Yeah. So like, obviously she recognized that she fucked up. She shouldn't have said that. I don't think that you're the asshole for kicking her out. I know that you were probably trying to like defend your wife and, show her that you're on her side and all these things. I don't know. I guess it doesn't say a whole lot about the conversation afterwards, but I don't know that I personally would have kicked her out for a comment like that. I probably would have just like I said, tried to play it off like as some sibling banter, and then like called my sister an ugly bitch or something.
I think it definitely depends on the household too, because we are very much like, our house is very much like a shit talking house.
Oh yeah,
But
and I grew up in that too.
Exactly. So like we do it, but everybody knows that it's not like we're just kind of playing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's just what we've always done.
Yeah.
If this house is different, but you have to, at the same time, you have to appreciate that it's halfway. No matter what the dynamic inside that house is, it's halfway a shit-talking house because these siblings.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's already halfway there.
Yeah.
Damn what you guys do when the sister's not there. You know what I mean? So I would also take that into the equation.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to say this. I'm going to ask this. What do you think about OP and his wife having kids of their own? Trying to be very general. So with her reaction and how she reacted to this comment, and they have kids of their own, how do you think that plays in the equation when they get older? Do you have an opinion on that?
For the kids to see
have
the
their
banter, is that what you mean?
They have their own kids, right? They're going to be teenagers someday, right? If the wife can't handle a little comment like that,
I mean,
how do you think she's going to handle because right now they got a 5 male and 2 female, 2 kids. What happens when one is 16 and the other one's, 14?
Yeah,
and
they're starting to fight and say mean shit to each other.
I mean, not only to each other, but I mean, just that's how teenagers talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard girls are mean.
I mean, so what's your opinion on that?
I mean, yeah, I'm trying.
In regards to the wife.
I'm just really trying to like put myself in a more sensitive place and like understand her feelings. Because like I said, I mean, I literally grew up with cousins that like we would see each other and like one of my cousins would be like, hey, you're black and ugly. And I'd be like, hey, you're fat as fuck. And like then we would high five and go about our day. So, you know,
that's
like,
a shit talking family.
I know, but that's what
know?
I'm saying is that like I grew up with shit like that. So like if my sibling said something like that, I would immediately be like, oh, this is what we're doing. Okay. I wouldn't immediately be like, oh my God, my spouse. So that's why I'm really trying to like be more understanding of his wife's feelings. So I don't know. I do think if you've been bullied for something for your whole life, obviously it's probably always going to be a sensitive issue. But I do think that you need to work through it to a point where if somebody says something like this, you don't take it to heart and let it ruin your fucking day. Like, especially in a situation like this where it probably was just the little sister trying to talk shit to her brother. It's probably all it was. As a little sister with an older brother, probably all it was.
And also, I mean, this is this was 16? Shit, how old was she?
She was only 16.
She's a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah,
like,
how many of us didn't say
woman,
something and then be like, fuck, sorry. Like, it came off wrong, or you clearly didn't take it the way that I meant it, and like I shouldn't. You know, like you obviously you can't rewind. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Yeah.
Oh, what a horrible saying.
I'm just saying, I think she fucked up and she recognized that she did immediately. And you should have probably been like, hey, let's not do that. Like, you didn't have to be like, oh my God, my wife is so insecure. You don't have to say that, but you could just be like, don't say shit like that or whatever, you know, just something and then move on. You don't have to be like, get out of my house.
So originally you said that he wasn't the asshole for kicking her out. And now you're saying
I don't think that you're the asshole.
He shouldn't have?
No, I'm saying I don't think that you're the asshole for the way that you react. I wouldn't have reacted like that. I think that you probably should have just said like, don't do that and like, let's move on or whatever. But I don't know if maybe we're missing something in there. Also, if there was like extra conversation that we're not privy to. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Did she double down on it? Or I don't know.
No, it sounds.
I mean,
the
sister.
No,
yeah,
she didn't
thought
because she immediately reacted.
Yeah, that's why.
What I would have done is I would have, because I'm used to the shit talk, right? I definitely would have I think to alleviate anything that could follow that comment, I comeback would be right there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how we would kind of pass this.
Yeah.
So like I would come back, you know, as the brother, come back at the sister with something even a little more harsh, if you will. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Kind of pick it up a notch, right? To kind of take it off of, you know what I mean? I don't know if that would have fixed the whole situation, but we can fix this offline. You know what I mean? Like you can have this conversation online. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think you should have kicked her out. I think that was a drastic overstep.
I wouldn't have done it. I definitely would have taken it as like my sister was talking shit to me, not about you, the spouse, because I know that like, oh, for parents so mid. I really would have taken it as like that was my sister talking shit to me, not to you.
Yeah.
So don't
take
it like
as a
that.
30-year-old, do you even know what that means? Does the sister even know what that fucking means? Like,
I'm guessing
like
you're like decent looking, I think is what mid means. I don't fucking know.
See, that's what I'm that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point, is that this is up for interpretation at this point, right? Because what the fuck does mid mean? I definitely coming from somebody that, I mean, used to talk shit for a living, right? You know what I mean? And we still talk, like I said, we're still like a shit talking house. We talk shit to each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with this, you know, that would have been my comeback. I would have went at the mid.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would have.
Are you 12?
I would have just.
I thought you were 16.
I would have said some shit back to my
like that.
sister.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like that could have helped the whole situation. And if you would have said something funny, then that may lighten the that
just makes it better, because then you know the sister's gonna come back and say something to you. You say something. Your wife just stays out of it.
Right. That's how I would have approached it. I wouldn't have just fucking full stop and be like, you know what, get out.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Are you serious?
That.
Like this?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I understand that you were probably trying to like protect your wife's feelings and everything. That's what, like, I don't think you're the asshole for it. I do think that maybe it was a bit of an overreaction. If like she was like I said, she noticed she fucked up. She started apologizing, and then you kick her out anyway. Like,
and also, did you pay her?
Well, yeah, but I don't know. But also, like, I don't know. That's why sometimes it's so frustrating that it's like, you guys can actually just like have a conversation and talk about it. It doesn't have to be so cut and dry all the time. I know that also, sometimes I'm like, we don't need to save all the relationships. This was a stupid like argument.
This is if this relationship gets nuked because of this, you're an idiot. You
are like the most sensitive fucking person in the world. If this honestly, is what you would let,
you need to stop. This man, I don't care how this is received on the socials, but you need to stop babying your fucking wife.
I mean, yeah, if she can't take a little bit of like playfulness.
I'm not saying you need to talk. Not every family talks shit, and I can appreciate that, right? That's just not what we do, right, in this house. But I can appreciate how some people just don't kind of live that life or whatever. You know what I mean?
I guess.
I get it, but if you can't take this little comment, you probably shouldn't leave your fucking house.
Something.
You may just want to stay inside.
That was really, I didn't think that was that bad. I don't know.
And maybe you don't even know what mid means.
Maybe I'm heartless. Maybe I'm mid. Who knows?
I don't give a shit. And it's it's somebody else's opinion. If that 16-year-old's opinion is enough to just like spiral you, you should just go live in the country.
Listen, I know
nuke all your devices.
I know that teenagers can be mean, but like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have thicker skin than that. I'm not saying you need to be this heartless kind of whatever. You know what I mean? And I know, and again, I don't mean this to sound shitty, but it's the fucking truth. Everybody has gone through some shit. Everybody has a goddamn story, right?
Yeah.
And for you to be here and be like, oh, I was bullied, no, this other stuff.
I get that, but like
everybody's gone through some shit, right?
It's just a little bit of playfulness. That's all I took.
You gotta move on.
It's not like she was like, oh, you're disgusting, you fat fucking cow. She didn't even say that. It wasn't anything close to that. Like, I feel like that
mid translates to that.
Somebody let us know. Is that true? Because if that's the case, then you're completely justified. I don't know. Look it up on Urban Dictionary. Is there something that we're missing here?
No.
Because I don't feel like it's that big of a deal.
I don't think that OP's wife would have any knowledge of that anyways.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't feel, maybe
I mean,
maybe that's just
but again,
me, but
I
don't think it's that big of a deal.
I think this is, in my opinion, this is therapy.
Possibly, yeah.
Therapy
I mean,
realm.
yeah, if you're still that sensitive about it, then you really should be working through it.
I get you got to protect your spouse, stand up for them, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying don't do that, but this was.
I feel like
this
there's
doesn't have to
probably
be-
a better way to handle it. That's yeah.
You didn't have to kick her out.
Know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely. My natural instinct would have just been talk shit right back.
Yeah,
So,
and especially like they make it sound like that's even what they do.
I mean, why would she feel, I don't know. I feel like there has to be enough level of comfortability to say something like that. And like, I don't know. Because if I know that I can't like joke with somebody, I'm not going to joke that like your kids are cute even though you're ugly.
I know my sister's intention was to make a playful jab at me, which is completely fine as we do this to each other. So that right
so
there,
she
like,
was probably just making a jab at
so
you.
why did you fucking jab back, guy?
Exactly. Why did you automatically take it like, oh my God, you horrified my wife with your awful words? She was clearly saying that to you.
Yeah. Now, if you to look at the other side of it, right? Is that if the sister called her like a see you next Tuesday,
Well, yeah.
or something drastic, I could see you absolutely kicking her out because that is, at least in this country, it's not very well, and that's why we have to say see you next Tuesday. That's why I love the Aussies, because they don't have to fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
But I think that is the difference, because if it was something drastic like that, then I think you're well within your rights or whatever you want to call it to be like you got to go. That was
Yeah.
shitty. But she just called you mid.
I don't
Calm
know.
the fuck
I feel
down.
like, I don't know.
So what's your verdict? You want the question
I
again?
don't think you're the asshole.
Do you want the question again or no?
Sure.
Okay, so am I the asshole for kicking my sister out after the comment she made about my wife?
No, I don't think you're the asshole
Okay.
for kicking her out. I don't agree with the reaction, but I don't think that you're an asshole for it. I do think it was a bit of an overreaction, especially just like I said.
You said not the asshole? That was your...
Yeah,
Okay.
but again, like I said, this is just from like how I would take it from my perspective. If this was between me and my brother, I feel like we would easily be able to do the playful banter back and forth.
Okay.
And like, even if like you accidentally caught a stray in there, I think I would still be like, bitch, like this is between me, like
I can
would
jab back just
well,
fine.
I know, but I would definitely be like,
Yeah.
me and you are going right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't think it's that serious.
No,
I really don't.
It's definitely not. I definitely disagree. I don't think he's not the asshole. I wouldn't say you're the asshole. I would say everyone sucks here. Just because everybody played a part in it. I think the wife is overly sensitive and she needs to get over her fucking past traumas, just like everybody does, right? You can still have those traumas and appreciate it and kind of, but you got to learn. You got to grow from it. You got to move on.
I felt like that was kind of overreacting.
That was very much overreacting. And then the husband not jabbing back. Not only not jabbing back and letting it get more awkward, but also kicking the sister out, which I don't think was needed. And also, if I don't know how long they've been married, we don't know. But the reason I say everyone sucks here in regards to the sister is that if they've been married for more than a minute, you probably know she's sensitive. You know what I mean? She probably comes to family gatherings and all that kind of stuff. So making that comment, you probably could have targeted your brother. Instead of saying parents. So targeting both, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason, which I think is a fine comment to make in a shit-talking household.
Yeah.
But I think you got to know your audience. So that's why I think everyone sucks here. Because everybody had a part to play.
Exactly. I think that if it wasn't between two siblings, it would probably be different. But I just figured and he said that they have that relationship already. I don't know. I just imagine me and my brother, and I feel like we would definitely just like jab back and forth real quick and then like go back to whatever we were doing.
Yeah, but what if he kicked you out because of a comment you made?
I would be like, what the fuck?
That's what I mean.
Like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we were jabbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I thought we were doing a thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why.
know.
That's why my vote is definitely everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Overall Reddit verdict was everyone sucks here. I grabbed 4 comments. The first one was, it was pretty divided though, I will say.
Okay.
It wasn't just like unanimous. but it did have the identifier of everyone sucks.
Okay, so it must just be the most or something.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but it was very much mixed in the comments. Like I said, I grabbed 4 comments. The first one was, everyone sucks. Everyone sucks here. Your wife is nearly 30. This is a child who made a joke in poor taste, and she apologized on her own without any prompting, which I think deserves some credit because...
Like I said, she realized as soon as she said it that she fucked up.
Immediately. She didn't just take the jab and then just went about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I think it's so unreasonable to be like, oh, well, she shouldn't have said... Like, we all haven't fucking said something and then been like, damn, I shouldn't have said that.
Next one was, you're the asshole. Does your wife really need protection from your teenage sister's joke? If the obvious joke from a 16-year-old is enough to make your wife spiral or something, then she needs therapy, which is kind of what I was thinking at the beginning. Yeah. Your sister apologized immediately. You have made it so your sister will now always feel uncomfortable in your and your wife's presence, which I think is pretty fucked. So I guess congrats. Which I thought was pretty fucked. But I mean, it's a good point because now... she's probably just going to be awkward now.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
Next one was, you're the asshole. She's a kid. She made a joke, realized she messed up, and apologized immediately, like we've been saying. She obviously didn't mean to hurt anyone. There was no need to kick her out.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think the only reason you felt like you needed to kick her out was because you didn't jab back. And you just let it get awkward.
Yeah, I mean, also, did he say... did I miss the part where he said what his wife's reaction was?
However, I can tell as soon as the words left her mouth, she realized she made a mistake and started apologizing. So I'm assuming his wife's face.
Okay.
But it was too late. I can see how hurt my wife was. My wife was bullied for her looks when she was younger by parents, classmates, friends, and even teachers. She's also very insecure about her body after having 2 kids. My sister does not know this, but I still feel as though she is old enough to know better. After making this comment, I told her she needed to leave, which she did. Yeah. So this all paints a picture pretty clearly, at least in my mind. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this paints a pretty clear picture that the wife's face told.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose since we don't know exactly that, I was going to go from like, was she making a face like she was actually hurt, or was it kind of like, whatever, I don't know. And then you saw that and you were like, oh my God, she feels this way. I got to kick my sister out. Like, I don't know. I think just the more we go through it, I feel like I think I agree with the everyone sucks here more than anything else, actually. Just because, yeah, I agree. Keep going. I agree with the comments.
Okay. Last one is, you're the asshole. That's kind of embarrassing, honestly. Your wife needs to grow up and get some therapy. If she can't handle being called mid by a teenager, you sure are in for hell when your kids start developing more. And good luck getting your sister to babysit without pay again.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, so like I came up with my my verdict before I started reading the comments, but I grabbed that one because that stood out the most because I said that same shit.
Yeah.
If she can't handle being called, even before that
but
too.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean,
what's gonna happen when you? Because that's the first thing I thought of is like, you have kids. What's gonna happen when they become teenagers?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be this strict, like no fucking fun, no? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That was.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, you're definitely gonna have to develop more of a backbone, though. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I know. I got stung with a good zinger the other night, and I had to just sit there and take it because it was a good one.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I think that's, I guess, instills confidence in the kids as well.
I know. That's why when he said it. Because, like,
if we can talk shit right here,
exactly.
You can go out in the world and talk shit and be just fine to hold your own.
Exactly.
If, like, this is a safe environment where there's no jabs or anything like that, then you're going to go out there and think it's a safe environment.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you what. It's fucking not.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. That's why when he did it, I was like, first of all, the fuck. Second of all, that was quick.
Yeah.
Third of all, keep doing that.
I
was like, I started
laughing
keep
immediately.
Doing that. Yeah.
But,
and literally, I was like, I don't even have anything to say back because that was a good one.
Exactly. But like that's what you got to do, in my opinion. Is you have to. I feel like, and we've talked about this before. Not to get too off topic, but I would rather the kids learn stuff like that in the house. You know what I mean? Because then when they go out, then they can kind of take those lessons learned.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be just this, but other things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everything. So they can take that and they can actually apply that to their everyday lives because they're not going to be in your house. I mean, what I think it was 5 and 2. I think it was for this one. So like obviously they're essentially
quick.
tied to your fucking hip right now, right? But eventually they're not gonna be. And what you kind of instill in them and what you teach them right now is what they're gonna go out into the world with. So like, if you don't have a backbone, they're probably not gonna have a fucking backbone either. That's what I'm
saying. Yeah, that's why whenever we have these things with like the kids and stuff like that, I'm like, you need to stop focusing on your kids as like the little kids that they are and start thinking about them as the adults that they're going to become, and think about what type of adults you want to have in your life.
And also do everything within your fucking power to not push your trauma onto your kids.
That too.
Because then you're just continuing the damage.
Yes. And like, obviously this would be a great opportunity to talk about like the difference between like bullying somebody and playfully like doing this in jest. And like, okay, if you guys are doing it back and forth and you're both laughing together, it's funny. When one of you stops laughing, it's no longer funny. And when you keep going, when that person's not laughing, then it's bullying. And then you talk about the wife's experience,
right.
All these things. I know, but that's what I'm saying is you could easily have taken this moment and it could have been a great learning, or even just for something for them to witness. Like,
the kids aren't present, they're in bed.
Oh, I guess that's true. They were in bed.
Yeah, so it's just those three.
So then, moot point, doesn't fucking matter.
But still, I mean, you can still take that same process and like outside of this scenario, you can still, I guess, subject them to that kind of stuff and like, lessons learned and stuff like that. But again, like you can't push you shouldn't push your traumas on your kids. Like you need to send them out into the world in a better state than you were or you are.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I swear, if I was that sister, I'd be like, do you need someone to practice with? We can practice going back and forth.
I think she needs a therapy session, but that's not a bad idea.
I'll help you. I'll help you with your comebacks. It's okay.
That's really awkward. All right, let's get into some more Choose Your Hill. Every opinion has a hill worth defending. In Choose Your Hill, we take a classic debate and we each pick and defend our hill. No fence sitting, no it depends, just raw, unfiltered opinions over life's biggest and sometimes most ridiculous debates. There will be 4 debates, with each one ending with a summit question before moving on to the next debate. And not only do we want to hear what hill our ranters would choose and defend, but they'll actually be the tiebreaker if we're split. More people you have on your hill in the comments, the bigger your hill gets. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So first up, we got Marvel versus DC. So are you Team Marvel or Team DC?
Marvel.
Why?
Because it's better.
That's not a very good why.
I know it's not. I'm just not a fan of DC. It never, I was never really into like superhero anything until like we got together. And I think before that I had like seen the Batmans like growing up and stuff, but I never really got into them
the old
for
ones, like
Batman.
And stuff like that, right?
Well, yeah, like growing up, I remember being into those movies. Like I remember that Jim Carrey was the Riddler and Michelle Pfeiffer was Catwoman, and was it fucking Danny DeVito was the Penguin? Like I remember things like that. Batman, I know that Michael Keaton was Batman. I know that George Clooney was Batman. When were they Batman? I don't fucking know because I wasn't watching the movie for him. Like, I never really cared about that stuff. And then after, like, we started watching the Marvel movies and stuff, like, some of it, at least up until Endgame, honestly. I'm like, oh, I like the story and how they all kind of interweave and everything. And I just never, it just never caught on for DC for me. So. Well,
they don't have much of a universe either.
I just don't really care for it.
Not really.
It doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's definitely more. I am obviously Team Marvel.
Yeah, we're a Marvel household.
Absolutely. But like you said, I think it's a well-connected universe. A lot more than DC, but also Marvel has a lot. Just the cinematography, like we were talking about before. Yeah, it's very. DC is very dark.
Yeah.
Not only in the cinematography, but also just the vibe, if you want to call it that.
No,
whereas
that's
Marvel is a lot lighter. The cinematography, the mood, vibe, whatever.
Yeah.
Even like there's some jokes in there, like when Hulk shrinks. I guess spoiler if you're a nerd, but when Hulk shrinks Ant-Man.
Yeah,
and he turns into the baby and everything like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely like
some
decent comedy in there. I think like the only other DC movie that I like was present for was Justice League. Yeah. I don't recall a single chuckle. So
no, it's very dark and serious.
Yeah,
everything about it. And I'll be honest. I like that movie, especially Zack Snyder's extended. We're not gonna get into that whole thing, which is super sad. But yeah. So when he came back and he did his version the way that he first first saw it or whatever. It's like a 3.5 hour movie. I think it is. It's long, but it's a great movie. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not the universe that is Marvel. You know what I mean? Especially where they're going now with Doom and like all that kind of stuff and like everything that plays into Marvel. Like, for us, it got kind of weird after Endgame.
I didn't really watch anything.
No,
after
it just
Endgame.
There's a lot of like once
Endgame
they started
was
getting
the
into
end
the
for me.
once they started getting into the the different universes,
like the multiverse.
Yeah, the multiverse. So that's when it kind of started
yeah.
losing me a little bit. But obviously, still has a huge following. I'm still a huge fan. And then where Doom's coming into it with what is it, RDJ? But yeah, just all that kind of stuff. You don't get that same feeling from DC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just not. Never caught my attention in the same way. I guess I don't know.
There's just better. They're all just better movies too. Minus the Zack Snyder one. That one was pretty intense. They could have done a lot of stuff. But it seems like there's just a lot of hiccups that come along with DC as well. Like the whole thing with the Flash, where that was kind of a whole kind of thing.
Didn't Ezra Miller like lose his mind for a while?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, there's just a whole lot of things, and even like Dwayne's what was he? Not Shazam. The opposite of Shazam.
Black
Adam. Yeah, that whole thing. There was like, I don't think it's true.
Is that DC?
I'm pretty. Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah. I thought it was its own thing.
Yeah, because
I thought it was
Shazam,
like
right?
fucking.
No, I'm pretty sure that's DC.
Oh.
I'm almost.
I thought it was like when Sinbad did that one movie.
Oh God,
wasn't it like Kazam or something?
I don't remember.
This is like a Mandela effect because some people are saying that never happened, and then other people are like that 100%.
Well, no, because that played into Jingle Bells or Jingle All the Way. Didn't he play a superhero in that one too? Didn't it play off of that?
No, I thought he was just like
because he was dressed as a superhero in that. I thought that was a play off of that. I'm not sure.
I thought he was just an elf in that movie. What is Sinbad's movie history?
Yes, Shazam is part of DC Comics.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Wow. What was yours? Is Sinbad? Let's look it up. Is Sinbad?
Was it Kazam? What was that fucking movie called?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Was he a genie or was he a superhero?
No, Kazam.
Hold on.
That was Shaq.
No, there was one with Sinbad.
Wikipedia, Kazam.
Hold on. Everybody, this is a live Googling. Sinbad, IMDb.
Sinbad.
Shazam, see? It's the first fucking thing that comes up.
Okay. A movie called Shazam starring the comedian Sinbad as a genie does not exist. This is a famous Mandela effect, collective false memory. People mix up the 1996 real movie Kazam starring basketball player Shaquille O'Neal with Sinbad's 1990s comedic persona and TV appearance. So luckily
Google's a fucking liar.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I know what I know.
I think you're just wrong. Boo-boo.
Yeah, well, Google's all AI now. They don't know shit.
Oh, what?
Anyway.
So you got to take the L on that one. That's Shaq. I'm glad we looked that up. Keep this in the episode, Allie, because that is funny. But anyways, how did we get there? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know if that was part of, because Shazam was recreated, right? With, I don't know the actor's name, but then Dwayne, I don't know, there was some conflict where they said that Dwayne was trying to like take over the DC universe and like really trying to, and from I guess my foxhole, right? From my perspective, it kind of made sense because like DC is kind of, in my opinion, just kind of a dying breed. You know what I mean? Like there's not a whole lot going on there.
Gonna save it.
So I thought like the ideas that he was coming in with, because he thought that he was going to, even at the end of Shazam, he had this like conflict building up between Shazam and
Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah, at the end of Black Adam, and like they were gonna fight or whatever, and then like they just got pulled. You know what I mean?
Well, because I think that movie was bad, and then the other guy is like, I think he's MAGA. I think that's why shit didn't take off for him. So,
well, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I mean that. Like, but the point is, like, DC just keeps going, whereas like Marvel may have its like, its I guess its issues. DC is just like bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I just can't.
Like, there's
get
just
into
no.
it.
The universe just doesn't. It just doesn't pick up any steam. It seems like, you know what I mean?
I think the last like DC movie, I guess, that I really was into was The Dark Knight. And again, it was for Heath Ledger, not for
that
Batman.
was a whole different thing. That was
Yeah.
that was huge.
That was I did not give a fuck about Batman.
Honestly,
Sorry.
I don't even consider that as part of like the DC universe, because I love those movies. And for some reason
like
it doesn't.
the
When
first
I think of like the DC universe, I go straight to what was it?
Justice League?
Justice League, where like that dark, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
What's
it's just
that other
different.
weird one that John Cena was in? He was the guy. He had like that. It was a head thing. It was a weird fucking movie. We watched it. I'm picturing it. Harley Quinn. That weirdo was Joker.
That's all DC.
I know. What's that movie called?
Oh, I don't know. I can look it up.
Suicide Squad.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
That's another one that we didn't really get into because that was weird.
But I could like, as I was thinking of it, I'm like seeing the cover come together in my head.
And like one character is a shark.
Yeah. See, yeah, I can't do it. I don't fuck with DC. I really don't.
And honestly, another thing too, I mean, we're just ripping into DC right now, unfortunately. But another thing is like the Jokers. I think they kind of. I want to be careful here.
I think
not they shot themselves in the foot, but casting. Oh shit! You just said it.
Jared
Heath Ledger.
Leto?
No, Heath
Oh,
Ledger.
okay, that.
And then anything that follows that is just you're not gonna. You know what I mean?
Nobody's ever gonna be able to play Joker like Heath Ledger did.
That's like replacing. That's like replacing Iron Man.
Yeah.
With somebody other than RDJ.
Yeah.
And
I mean, and I think before him, like the best Joker was Jack Nicholson. And that was how long before?
That was like
Wasn't
late
that like
90s.
Was it 90s? I was going to say 80s.
Mid to late 90s, I think.
Yeah. So like, I just,
DC is just not there.
It's just not it for me.
So we are absolutely at Team Marvel. Summit question. Who has the single greatest superhero of all time? Who has the single?
Are you talking about between Marvel and DC? What's the single greatest superhero?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
It's the first one that comes to mind.
I was gonna say Thor because of his hammer, because gotta be worthy to pick up Mjolnir.
Oh, okay.
See, I know things.
You. I married a good one.
Yeah, you did. I even know the name too.
Yep, that's right.
I don't know. I mean,
you can pick that one.
R.I.P. Black Panther. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Thor.
I think they actually recasted that.
It's his son.
Oh, okay.
That's how they did it.
Cool.
It's
okay.
T'Challa's son.
Oh, okay. But mine would be Iron Man for sure. Just because like even some of my like icons, you know, even like at work or, you know, wherever, when I need to have like an icon, sometimes I go for the Iron Man one. It's the Iron Man mask, you know what I mean? That's definitely
You're
mine.
Funny.
Next up, we got Drive versus Fly. So are you Team Drive or Team Fly, and why? Oh.
Drive.
Why? You gotta defend it. Defend your hill.
Because then I know that I can always get to where I'm going if I'm driving. If I flew there, that's another step that I got to figure out. If I drove there, all I need is my car and some gas. Well, not my car, your car. I have an electric vehicle.
You got to find a battery somewhere.
I'm not going to get very far in my car. I'm not taking my car anywhere. I gotta get rid of that thing as soon as possible, honestly.
I mean, you only drive locally, so it's not.
That's why, though, because I can't fucking go anywhere.
That's true. So you're team drive, but not in your car.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would definitely be. Again, we can't be on the fence for this. I would definitely be team drive just because of the freedom. Mm-hmm. And definitely like the road trip kind of, I guess, like memories that go into it. You know what I mean? Though obviously flying is faster and everything, but you're very limited to what you can do. So like the last vacation we did, the reason we were able to do so much is because we drove. Yeah. So we were able to go to like what? We went a few, four states. Like 4 states.
Yeah, we did a big road trip.
There's no way we would have been able to do that.
That would have cost a fortune to fly to every single spot.
Yeah.
Because then we would have had to rent a car on top of it. So
exactly.
No. And then also like after being stuck in an airport, I'm like,
especially with all the delays that we're seeing nowadays too, and all the issues with flights. I would much rather just drive.
Yeah, I would just like to not be at someone else's mercy.
Yeah. So. Now, if it's the other side of the country, then I would have a different opinion. But if I only had to pick one, no matter what, it would be team drive. Absolutely.
Yeah. If that's the only options I have is like you either need to take this flight or you can take this car. I'm taking the car.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know where that flight's going to land. You could, if I'm on the other side of the country and they're like, okay, we got the last flight to Denver. I still got to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get home. God, that gets me closer. I'm still not home.
Now you got to rent a car to get to.
That's what I'm saying. Give me the goddamn car. I'll drive myself.
And also another thing that I love about Team Drive is that you are operating on your own timeline.
Yes.
Not somebody else's.
Yes,
which
100%.
is probably my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both Team Drive.
Absolutely.
Summit question. What's the longest drive you'd be willing to make?
Am I doing it for fun, willing to make?
Vacation.
Or is it like I'm fucking stuck and I have an option between flying or driving?
Vacation. Let's stick with vacation. You're not deserted.
What's the furthest I would drive?
Yeah, for a vacation.
From where we're at in like roughly the middle of the country, the furthest I would go would be like either coast.
Oh, okay.
If I'm on one coast, I'm not choosing to drive all the way to the other side. But if I'm in the middle, I can probably find a way to make it enjoyable or something. A one and done, though. That's what that's going to fucking be. I'm not doing that shit twice. Or thrice, I should say, because I got to come back.
Yeah.
But
I would definitely I would definitely drive to Alaska. I would absolutely.
Ooh.
Because then I would go through Canada, all of Alaska. And also what you're forgetting is that I didn't specify that you can't stop. So
That's
I would actually make a
true.
road trip. I would go coast to coast, but I would stop every 4 to 6 hours. Maybe spend a day there, check out, kind of like what we did with the last vacation. You know what I mean? So I would absolutely go farther than just that.
That's true.
But the farthest I would probably go, because I don't know the measurement in my mind. It's significantly longer to get from like the south to like Alaska than it is from like west to east coast. I don't know the exact measurement, obviously. But in my mind, it's longer to get through all of the United States, all of Canada, and then into Alaska. Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm picturing a map. It's from
Go ahead.
Texas, up the states, Canada, and then Alaska's over here.
Yep.
And then you've got California over here. And then
How many miles is each finger length?
I don't know. What's the fucking, what is it? The grid thing? 1 inch is every... I have no concept of measurement.
I know.
You really weren't even supposed to see me trying to picture it.
Oh, God, that's so funny. But yeah, I would definitely do that just because that sounds like a beautiful drive as well.
That would
You know what
be
I mean?
really pretty,
All the
actually.
way up.
I would like to drive through Canada.
definitely.
I've like from the pictures that I've seen and from what I've heard, seems like it's really beautiful up there.
yeah.
So I would
Especially Alaska.
absolutely, yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things about Canada.
yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
So I would definitely do that.
That's true.
But I would just, like I said, stop every 4 to 6 hours, spend a day there, and then keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You know? Next up, we got night owl versus early bird. So are you team night owl or team early bird? And
Early bird.
and why?
JK, I can't get up early to save my fucking life. It's so hard. Oh,
The
back to
alarm-
school this week.
The alarms you have to wake you up, which I just unfortunately witnessed this morning because we slept in a little bit, and it's like
You slept in.
and it's like a fucking,
I was doing my normal fucking routine, okay? You weren't even supposed to be there.
I'm usually at the gym at like 5:30, but I ended up not getting out of bed till like 6:30 just because I was gonna take Malachi to school and then go to the gym afterwards. And then your siren went off, fucking tornado siren.
It's
So
because
no, you're not an early
I
bird.
have such a hard time getting up. I purposely set my alarms to be loud and annoying.
God, yeah.
And you know what happened?
Wasn't there a light on one of them? Didn't you have like a light go off?
There's a possibility. I don't know. So what even happened the other day is that all these were going on and they were going off, and like I kept having this like same dream, and I didn't even realize it until I woke up. But like I was having this dream that like it was like music playing, and all this music kept playing into each other and rolling into each other, and I was like, God, like, and I just kept doing it. I don't know if I was like next song or what I was doing in my sleep. But then next thing I know, I'm like, that's my alarm. And I like popped up and it was like 7:00. And I think it was the day that I had to drop Malachi off at school. And I was like, everybody go! Like,
And mind you, they start going off at 6.
I know.
And they go off every 5 minutes, and you didn't wake up till 7. So you're not an early bird. At fucking all.
I have a really hard time waking up. I know that it's a fucking problem. I am aware.
Oh,
that's
God.
why, like I said, that's why I tried. I remember I sat down and I specifically was like, what are some alarm sounds that I haven't
alarms.
used? Because I need sounds that are unfamiliar so that I make sure that I wake up. I dreamt right fucking through.
And how'd that
all
work
of
out for you?
I have never jumped out of bed so fast. I almost drove him to school like in my nightgown.
God.
I'm not even joking. But at least like I had enough sense to get up and like change and everything. But I didn't brush my teeth or anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, we
You have
gotta
time.
fucking go. And then like came back, and of course because I had to drop him off, it takes time out of getting Nija ready. So I was down here and I'm like, let me throw in your waffles. Let me go upstairs, brush my teeth, come do the waffle. Get your clothes, get your backpack.
You create
and I'm like,
such a chaotic morning.
I know.
And then you get all pissed
I
off
know.
because you created a stressful morning.
No, I don't get pissed off until I'm like, okay, it's about time to go. It's time
wear
to
your
go.
glasses.
It's time to go. And then, yeah, because I always give them warnings, or especially Nija. I'm like, we have this much time until we go. We have this much time until we go. I need you to do this, do that, whatever. When I'm saying this over and over again and you're not listening, that's when I'm getting pissed off. Like, not, I know that I'm rushing. I know, like, I try and correct it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm like trying to run around and fix it, and then I'm telling you do this thing, and I turn around and sitting there watching TV and be like, turn it off.
So sounds like you're a night owl.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
I know. Night owl versus early bird. What team? What hill?
Yeah, I'm a night owl.
Night owl? I would definitely, I don't know. Again, we can't be on the fence because when I first wrote this, I was having a hard time kind of deciding which way I would go because I'm both, right?
know.
So like we stay up, like to stay up late, but then I still get up at 5. You know what I mean? Go to the gym. But so I enjoy that because like nobody else is up. No one's
Yeah.
fucking bothering me. I can just focus on this. And I love that, but I also love our nights. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say.
But if I have to choose one, night owl, team night owl, or team early bird, and why? This is a hard one for me because I
Yeah.
enjoy both.
I do get that. Like, there on the very seldom times when I do wake up before everybody else does, it is very peaceful, I will say.
Yeah. I think I would be more team early bird just because I can get everything done that I need to in my day. Go to the gym, work, podcast stuff,
That's fair.
kids, our stuff, dinner, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Whereas like if I choose team night owl, that could throw off my next day, which has happened before.
That's
You know what I
fair,
mean? That's why I started
yeah.
going to sleep earlier, just because at least through the week, just so like I can get up at 5
Yeah.
and then get everything done that I need to. So I think I would definitely, and just productivity and all that kind of stuff, I think I would be team early bird in reality, but I love the concept of team night owl.
Well, I was going to say, I think that it's like the opposite for me because like from the moment I get up until like, sometimes until I go to bed, but especially up until like the kids go to bed, I'm like, go, 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 like doing all
Absolutely.
the fucking
All
things.
day.
So when I get to sit down at night, I'm like, oh my God, this is my me time.
That decompression time is everything.
Yes. But
It's
like,
just, if that is going to affect the next day's productivity for me,
yeah,
that's what it ruins it for me.
Yeah, I know. I wish in a perfect world I could have that like me time at the end of the day and then also start my day with like the quiet and like calm and peaceful. But like if I don't wake up just right and it's early, I'm going to have a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
So
Exactly. I would love to go to sleep at like midnight, 1 o'clock every night, and then get up at 5. But that's not very healthy.
I wish I could go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning and wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and still get 8 hours of sleep in the middle. If time wasn't a social construct, it would be possible.
Jesus. So you're team night owl. I'm team early bird. Summit question. Would you, oh, here we go. Would you rather wake up at 5 a.m. naturally or stay up until 2 a.m. every night? Now you got to pick. You just said that same exact thing too, which is hilarious.
That is so funny.
Now you have to pick.
Damn. Obviously, I'm not getting 8 hours of sleep in between. Well, wait, hold on.
This you have to pick one. Would you rather wake up at 5 a.m. naturally or stay up until 2 a.m. every night? So 5 a.m. naturally would be going to sleep significantly earlier if you want your 8 hours. You know what I mean? Shit.
What's 8 hours?
Who gets 8 hours?
4, 3, 2, 1, midnight, 11, 10, 9.
You can go sleep at 9 o'clock at night? Yeah, right.
I don't know if I could do that.
That's just when the kids go to sleep.
I know.
You would have no relaxing time.
I know. That's what I was trying to calculate.
But
Is
you would
like,
wake
how
up-
can I have my cake and eat it too? There isn't one.
You can't. You got to pick one. Would you rather wake up refreshed at 5 a.m.? Let's say that.
Shit.
Would you rather wait? Yeah, exactly. Would you rather wake up at 5 a.m. refreshed or stay up until 2 a.m. every night?
God damn it. I guess I'll wake up refreshed.
Yeah, that's probably the responsible thing to do. At least on a weekday.
Fucking responsibility.
Finally, we got summer versus winter. So are you team summer or team winter?
Team winter. I actually really don't like summer that much. I'm not going to lie.
I fucking hate summer.
I really don't like summer.
I wish summer would last like a week or two and then go the fuck away.
I wish summer lasted as long as sweater weather does.
This one's going to be split too because I know a lot of people that love summer.
I really don't like summer.
Let me specify. At least for me, I like everything about summer. I just don't, especially right now.
Yeah.
I don't like the extreme heat.
Yes.
Like I'm over it.
I am
over it.
hot.
Yes.
I am agitated.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes.
And that's why like, so even like one of the summer activities is barbecues. We can't even, I mean, okay, so some people, to specify, clarify, some people can barbecue if they have the
and
gas
our-
grill and all that, but we like
Yeah.
charcoal grills. And you can't use that right now
Yeah.
because we're under a burn ban. It's like you can't have campfires, like all the well,
Like
a lot
summer
of these summer
things,
activities
yeah.
you can't even do right now because for one, it's so fucking hot and
Well,
dry.
there you go.
You know what I
was gonna say
mean?
it's hot as fuck, so like you don't even want to be outside anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I love like the shorts and the sandals and the tank tops of it all. I really don't care for summer though.
I don't really care for longer days either. Like I like getting up. Like when I go to the gym,
Interesting.
I like when it's pitch black because I know that like everybody's asleep still. And I love that
That's
feeling.
true.
And then at night, when it's time to wind down, like dinner time and stuff, and it's getting dark, I like that because it's a natural, I don't know why, this might be stupid, but in my mind, when it starts to get dark around like dinner time or whatever, it's just a natural wind down. Like the
Yes.
sun's going down over the mountain, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that's great. But like right now, like it's pretty light out when I go to the gym, you know, even that early. But then also like when we put the kids to bed, sun's
It's
still
still
up.
light.
It's
Yeah.
still light. It's like
Yeah, no, I will say I love like a fresh snow or like, especially if it's like when I'm like,
like fresh powder.
best feelings. Let me just bottle it up. Is like if you wake up in the middle of the night and like you gotta go pee and like it was that first snowfall and there's just like this street light shining down and you can kind of see the snow falling a little bit and nobody's touched anything because everybody's still sleeping. That will wake me right the fuck up.
Really?
Oh my God, I love that so
Interesting.
much. I don't know.
Why does it wake you up?
Because I'm like, it's fucking quiet and there's nobody. Like, there's no
Interesting.
sign of anybody. There's no activity. It's the first snow. It just feels so calm.
That puts me
It's
back to sleep,
quiet.
especially as the middle of the night. I'm just
No,
like,
I literally.
I know I can't get to work now.
No, I get excited and I'm like, I just want to like sit by the
Yeah.
window or
I mean,
even
that's
sometimes
fair.
just like go sit outside. Like I always wanted to do that. Like have, you know, like my little deck and put on my robe and my little furry boots and just go get my cup of coffee and just go sit.
That's why we need a 3 Seasons room so you can actually go out there and sit and actually watch that. And I love, that's another reason too, is like we've talked about this, but this was fucking early podcast days. But I love battling the elements.
Oh yeah.
I'm also an adrenaline junkie. So like I love all that stuff. And like when we were in Iowa, right, when we lived out there, you know, for college and all that before enlisting in the military, there was this big storm that came through and everybody was crashing, you know. So I went out there, just got all bundled up and went out and started getting people unstuck and everything. Cause like to me, that kind of stuff, either it's, you know, any kind of weather, right?
Oh yeah.
Blizzards, any kind, like I love going out into that stuff because it's you against nature. And that's the most rawest fucking form of adrenaline that I have ever found because it's just you against the fucking elements.
Yeah.
It's raw. I love it.
I helped you bundle up and I handed you your shovel and I said, have fun, sweetie, be safe. And then I shut the door and I watched my trash.
Yep, exactly.
Because I was not doing that
And
shit.
that's-
I'll enjoy it from the inside.
Honestly, I was so salty. At least I think it was everywhere. It was very mild, but at least here in the Springs in
we
Colorado,
had a very, very
we
mild
had
winter last year. It was
one
really
snowfall,
annoying.
maybe 2, and it was very light. Like it wasn't anything
wasn't
crazy.
very big,
And usually we have, you know, we can get snow all the way from usually we have snow on the ground for Halloween, and then it's not rare to get snow in, what was it? I think May.
Yeah, I think so. Shit, our
April,
first
May.
week here after like we just moved here and like Malachi just started school. It was like the middle of the school year. They missed almost a full fucking week because we had so much snow.
Exactly.
Like
Last year they didn't even use like any of their days. I don't
think they used maybe a couple.
So like
maybe.
they had so many left.
Yeah.
But a true winter, I'm all for it. Especially like
do like
because that's like the
winter.
holidays. Everybody the
Yes.
year starts winding down. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
colder,
I
sweater
don't
weather.
feel bad about getting a little bit plumper.
Hoodies come back into it. You know what I mean? I fucking
Yeah.
You just like you can wear a hoodie to work or whatever you do.
It's just nice and cozy.
Exactly.
Ugh. I like winter.
I love winter. So
Yeah.
I am absolutely team winter.
Absolutely. Yes.
So we're both team winter. Summit question: would you rather never be hot again or never be cold again?
Never be hot.
Yeah.
You can take only so much off. You can keep adding on more.
I would rather, never be hot again.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure you would.
I am always hot.
You are a fucking furnace.
And here, though, it's not bad. That's why I can wear the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Because, like, we have the air and everything, and, like, it's just, like, cooler because we're in the basement, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And our children, so thanks for that.
Oh, okay.
All 3 of you.
That's fine.
Fucking kill me sometimes. Like when they were little. Oh, oh my God. When they were like getting when they get worked up, they get so hot.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like trying to calm them down and I'm just absorbing all the heat. So then finally they calm down and I'm just like covered in fucking sweat. No. And then in the summer, I love you, babe, but I'm like, don't fucking touch me when we're sleeping. Because literally, like in the winter, I'll be like, oh, I'm chilly. Let me put my legs on your legs. In the summer, I'm like, you're so hot. My God.
See, for me, that doesn't change from summer to winter.
I know. You're just always hot.
All right, time for the feel good for the week, because it's important to know that there's still good shit happening in the world. So this story is titled, Town's Beloved Santa Claus Delivers a Very Special Present to Someone in Need, His Donated Kidney. A man who dresses up every year as Santa Claus to spread Christmas cheer has just delivered a very special present. Though Central Virginia is far too hot for Santa's reindeer to fly over, the gift couldn't wait until December. Dave Bell is well known as the town's go-to Santa Claus and has done so for years, lighting up children's faces with smiles in Powhatan, I think. Bell recently donated a kidney to an anonymous recipient and wore the Santa hat on the hospital bed during recovery at Henrico Doctors Hospital. I have 2 of these things, and I only need one, Bell said. There's somebody who has none, and they need one. Though demonstrating his commitment to the Santa spirit and the spirit of Christmas besides, Bell now has a lot of work to do to get back into Santa shape in time for the holidays. He had to shed 40 pounds to be eligible to donate.
Oh, wow.
Stories like Dave's make organ donation feel real and personal, Dr. Amanda Bailey, transplant surgeon at the Virginia Transplant Center at Henrico Doctors Hospital, told WTBR. They show that donation is possible and that one person can make an enormous difference in someone else's life.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And an anonymous donor too.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
That's pretty.
I don't know that I would do that for a stranger.
Yeah, that's
you know
a pretty
I mean?
big.
That's huge.
That's a pretty big deal because I mean, and like I've heard the example before that obviously, even though you have 2, you're still losing something that your body was using.
Of course, yeah.
So you're going to have like the consequences of that. Whereas this other person, obviously they're getting the thing that they need.
Yeah.
So their health is probably going to fucking skyrocket from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it would definitely take a lot to come to terms with having to go through all that for a stranger.
And it's pretty crazy too, like when you think about it, because Bell, he didn't just, it wasn't just like, okay, I'm just going to do that. And then 30 minutes later, the procedure's done, or however that works. He had to lose 40 pounds to do
like
it.
he really
so he was actually,
to it.
yeah, exactly. Like it was a true commitment where he actually had to lose the weight so he can actually do it.
Yeah.
So like it was...
That's
absolute
cool
commitment.
as hell. I mean, definitely that is, I feel like that's not something that you hear about often. I feel like typically organ donors, it's a much more tragic situation on the donor end.
Well, it's also a lot more personal too, I would say.
What
to
do
go
you
off that
mean?
point too, like it's a personal relationship. It's like a brother or a relative. A
No,
friend or something
I
like
meant
that.
like if somebody dies and
No,
they're
right,
an
yeah.
organ donor. So I feel like that's more often
Both
that
of them, yeah.
like, you know, there was a tragedy and out of that tragedy they were able to
Yeah,
donate
okay, yeah,
organs. Like
yep.
that's what I meant.
That's fair.
Obviously, yeah, between like family members and stuff, that's noble as well. But I'm just saying, like you did this for a stranger. You put in all
living.
this time.
Yeah.
Like yes, and you're still living. Like this, you don't hear about that very often.
that's
So that's
wild.
pretty fucking cool.
That makes you a pretty good Santa Claus, though.
I'd say so. I think you deserve a new slate for that, Santa.
I think so.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, we want to let everybody know we want to hear from you, whether you agree, disagree, have some topic requests, or maybe have your own stories. We want to hear about it. So feel free to drop a comment, send us a direct message, or email us. All of our links and information is available at our website, which is therantingpodcast.com. There you'll find our links to all of our platforms, to include Reddit, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, for now. Amazon
Sorry,
Podcasts,
Apple.
Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So hit us up. Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Definitely let us know how you're feeling about these hills.
Yeah.
What
there you
hills
go.
are you going to die on? What hill do you want to kick us off?
Oh. Jeez. Did you like that segment?
That was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
definitely gave me something to like, oh shit, I
Yeah.
really gotta like stand on it. Or, you know?
I just wanted to do something different.
No, it was fun. I liked it.
Because we're always doing, at least for, I mean, we used to call these rant files, but now
Yeah.
they're really just, I mean, really just.
We're just getting a lot more random, and I'm fine with it, honestly.
I like it. It's not so
don't
structured,
hate it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of throw some random stuff out there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's it for us. If you like the show, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see everyone next week.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.